Thinking about buying a robot lawnmower? No boundary wires, no digging up cables, and no frustrating installation process. You simply take it from the box, place it on your lawn, and let it start mowing. But right now, two wire-free contenders are fighting for your attention: the Eufy E18 and the Greenworks AI Mobot C20. Both ditch the cables, both use cameras and AI, and both promise a hassle-free setup. But they're far from identical. One tackles almost twice the lawn area. The other can identify nearly 50 additional types of obstacles. Then you have the price difference, which could make your choice much easier. But that's just one part of the story. There's a lot more hiding beneath the surface. So which mower actually deserves your money? Let's break down the biggest differences and find out.
Before either mower cuts a single blade of grass, you notice how different they feel just sitting in front of you. The Greenworks C20 has a no-nonsense, task-oriented look, low to the ground with chunky wheels and a front-mounted camera setup that signals it was built to work hard and stay outside. It does not look like something you bring indoors. The YUKA Mini 2 carries a cleaner, more refined appearance. It reads as a consumer product rather than a utility machine, and that aesthetic communicates something real about how each company sees its customer. Durability impressions follow the same pattern. Both mowers feel well constructed. Nothing about either one suggests it will fall apart after a season, but the C20's heavier dock, reinforced wheel system, and more aggressive outdoor build give it a stronger sense of longevity. The YUKA Mini 2 counters with approachability. It feels like the kind of product that someone who has never owned a robotic mower can set up without anxiety. That distinction and personality runs through every part of both machines. Setup is where most people either fall in love with a robotic mower or give up on it entirely. The Greenworks C20 uses RTK Vision 2.0, which means you install a dedicated RTK antenna somewhere with a clear line of sight to the sky, then walk the mower around your lawn manually to establish boundaries and mowing zones. Once configured correctly, the system holds up extremely well. Multi-zone support, precision no-go areas, and reliable path following are all there. But it requires an upfront investment of time and attention that not everyone is ready to give. The YUKA Mini 2 reduces that barrier significantly. Auto mapping lets the mower explore and chart up to 5 zones largely on its own, with minimal direction from you. Corridor connections between zones are generated automatically. And then there is drop mow mode, an option that lets you place the mower anywhere in your yard and start cutting instantly with no mapping required. That feature alone makes the YUKA feel fundamentally different from anything tied to traditional setup workflows. If precision and control are your priorities and you don't mind the initial work, the C20 earns its complexity. If you want to be mowing on day one without a technical deep dive, the YUKA wins this round convincingly. Once both mowers are running, the gap in navigation philosophy becomes impossible to ignore. The C20 combines RTK positioning with camera-based vision to produce clean, straight mowing lines that look deliberate and organized. Even in areas with partial tree canopy breaking up satellite signal, the system adapts, slowing down, recalibrating, rather than drifting or stalling. The result is a lawn that looks like someone actually planned the pattern. The YUKA Mini 2 runs its environment through a triple-camera AI system supported by a 10 TOPS processing chip, an extraordinary amount of compute for a product this compact. In practice, this means the YUKA is constantly reading and reacting to its surroundings, rather than simply following a memorized route. The C20 feels like a machine executing a plan. The YUKA feels like a machine making decisions. For a yard that stays predictable, the C20's structure is a genuine advantage. For a yard that changes from hour to hour, kids, pets, garden activity, the YUKA's adaptability is a real meaningful upgrade.
Cutting performance is ultimately the measurement that everything else serves. The Greenworks C20 uses a mulching blade system with an 8-inch cutting width and a height range of roughly 0.75 to 3.5 inches. Its approach to mowing is incremental, multiple passes that gradually bring grass to the right level rather than one aggressive cut. Large rear wheels give it confident handling on uneven ground and slopes, and the overall output feels consistent and well-maintained, without being flashy. The Mammotion YUKA Mini 2 uses 5 pivoting razor blades with a 190mm cutting width. Intelligent edge detection lets it work close to walls and boundaries without leaving visible strips of uncut grass, which is one of the more common frustrations with robotic mowers generally. Lawn printing, the ability to mow decorative patterns into turf, is a feature that not every homeowner will prioritize, but for those who care about how their lawn looks beyond basic tidiness, it adds real value. Narrow passage navigation, down to 55 centimeters, gives the YUKA access to areas that many competitors simply cannot reach. Both mowers handle 45% slopes equally well, so incline capability is essentially a draw. The C20 delivers reliable, dependable maintenance mowing. The YUKA delivers more options and more flexibility for complex lawn layouts. App experience mirrors everything else about these two products. The Greenworks app feels like a control panel, structured, data-forward, and useful for people who want detailed oversight of what their mower's doing at any given moment. Monitoring mowing progress, managing zones, checking battery status, and adjusting cutting height electronically without touching the machine are all handled smoothly. That electronic height adjustment feature is genuinely practical because seasonal changes to cutting height require no physical interaction with the machine. The Mammotion app leans into simplicity, setting virtual no-go boundaries, activating drop mode, managing automatic maps, and triggering edge-specific passes all feel like natural extensions of the product's overall ease-of-use philosophy, rather than features buried in menus. Noise levels for both mowers are low enough that early morning or late evening scheduling creates no practical issues. Auto-docking and return-to-charge functions work reliably on both. Neither product disappoints on the operational basics. The differences are really about which experience fits your daily habits better. So which one actually deserves a place in your yard? The Greenworks AI Mobot C20 is the right choice for people who value structured precision, RTK-based navigation accuracy, and a workhorse mentality. It is a mower you configure once, trust completely, and largely forget about. The YUKA Mini 2 is the right choice for people with more dynamic lawns, more complex layouts, or simply less patience for technical setup. Its AI vision system, automatic mapping, edge intelligence, and drop mode make it the more adaptable product in real-world use. Stripped down to its core, the C20 is the disciplined professional. The YUKA Mini 2 is the versatile problem solver. Both are genuinely capable machines. The question is whether your lawn and your personality want structure or flexibility. If this comparison helped you decide, hit like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments which mower you'd pick. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.